This coverage of MWC is brought to you by Bitdefender Mobile Security. Hey, it's Josh Vergara from Android Authority. What's going on, everybody? And we're here at day one of the Mobile World Congress. I am, of course, here with
Darcy of Android Authority.
All right. And it's day one of the actual show itself, and you can see behind us that all of the booths are more or less tarped up because it's the end of the day. Today was, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just say Hell Day. Today was Hell Day.
D-Day.
Okay, D-Day. Yeah, today was D-Day because a lot of the big announcements happened on this very day. It was, usually we end up calling it like Press Day, but press just means hell for a lot of reasons. But anyway, we did want to recap not just today's happenings, but also what happened yesterday. Essentially a quick day zero recap. And the main one that we want to talk about is LG, because they came out with a couple of great announcements yesterday, even before the show actually started. And I'm gonna let Darcy sort of recap what was happening with the LG.
LG Pro 2, which offers a best-in-class display to screen size ratio of 77.2%, still 1080p, but they're focusing a lot on the knock-on feature set, which consumers really appreciate. Studying the comments, people really like it. I have to say I'm a big fan too, personally.
It is pretty fun.
Yeah.
It is pretty fun, yeah. The G Pro 2, not just an enlarged version of the G2, but it actually has a little bit of its own design philosophy with that sort of meshed, or I kept calling it matte, but it's more like a meshed back.
Yeah. And also too, they really focused on their post-image processing with the OIS Plus, which we did a comparison on, and I found it, from really looking at the images really closely, Josh showed the 100% crop, that it actually does do a lot of improvement.
It does.
So it's really nice to see that LG's focusing a lot on, their software.
It was really interesting to see just how sharp the images were when you get to that crop in the middle. It was really just, wow, I was a little bit amazed, to be honest. Optical image stabilization, it's still kind of a new thing in the smartphone space, but it only has to go up from here. So I'm really excited to see where that goes. So we come on to the first day of MWC, which was today, and we started off with the huge one, the one that all of you are probably watching right now as we're filming this recap.
Everybody has something to say about Samsung and the Galaxy line.
I think a lot of people are going to be really excited about the camera. Yeah. The camera, it's brand new. Well, okay, I'm not going to say brand new technology, but it's technology we haven't really seen in a smartphone yet. And it's this technology that allows it to have not only a higher megapixel count, but also being able to utilize every one of those megapixels in a very nice way. They talk about more sharpness, less grain in all of the photos, better low light performance. We're obviously not going to know until we actually get to play with the camera extensively, but from what we saw, they're really adding in a lot of really nice features.
And really cool, if any of you guys will recall the Litro, as that camera that you're allowed to control the depth of field after you take a shot. Essentially what they're doing is they're grabbing, I think, like probably 100, maybe 150 shots in real time, and they allow you after the fact to say, I want the depth of field to be in the back, or I want it to be in the front, so you can have those really cool hipster bokeh shots that Josh is famous for.
Well, I might consider myself somewhat of a, I'm trying to be humble, I still consider myself an amateur photographer, but definitely having some of that freedom in smartphone photography is what would make it kind of go over the top for those of us who love our DSLRs, in my case mirrorless cameras and whatnot. As you might see if you look at the comment section in those videos already, some people may not be that happy with the design choice, but well, you know what, it's a choice that they made, and it's something that obviously, unfortunately, we're gonna have to live with, unless of course you change the back yourself. For the size of the screen, I do find the Galaxy S phones to be the best handling ones of their size, and that's why I get excited about the phones. Maybe Galaxy syndrome will come back a little bit later, but
I got Galaxy fever again.
No, Galaxy syndrome is when all of the things that you were excited about a few months later, you don't even use them anymore. That's Galaxy syndrome. I coined that in a previous video.
Nice.
But after that, I'm going to go ahead. You were really excited about, yes, there was the Gear 2. The Gear 2 was rumored and it became true, but unfortunately for the Gear 2, it was quickly overshadowed by the Gear Fit. And you're really excited about this. So let's go ahead and talk about the Gear Fit.
Well, I mean, it's just, what can I say? I'm kind of astounded by it. It offers a curved sort of, well, first of all, it's curved AMOLED technology from Samsung.
Yes.
It's such a bright and vibrant display and so responsive that it almost looks like it's painted on. It has a heart rate monitor built into it. It's going to communicate, unfortunately, from the sounds of it, only with Galaxy devices to start. But I think they might change their philosophy.
They're probably going to change their tune pretty soon.
I think so.
Because if the Gear Fit sells like crazy,
which it will,
which it hopefully will, especially with a good price point, then people are going to be demanding it. And plenty of people out there, you developers out there, are going to find a way to get it on your Nexus 5s and whatnot.
Oh, definitely.
But until then, hopefully high sales equal putting it on.
And we fought, you know, for a low price point because we really think that technology like that, you know, as you'll see the video here, it should be sub 150, even like closer to sub 125.
Because that's what the other fitness trackers are priced at.
Exactly, yeah.
Sony is kind of really taking a, I'm not sure what the best word for this is, but they're taking a more sort of condensed release schedule.
Yeah.
They don't really wait too long to bring out the next release of their smartphones or their tablets, and in this case, that was true. Now we have the Xperia Z2 and the Xperia Tablet Z2. So what did we think about the Z2?
Well, they made, I mean, for all you guys that, you know, were hitting on the bezels of the original Z1 and Z1S, you're going to be very pleased to know that they've slimmed down the bezels on the Z2.
Yes.
It looks stunning. The design language has been more refined. And also, too, I mean, the tablet Z2, it's so light.
It is, yeah. I was astounded when I first picked up that tablet, and I thought, dang, this
and
is...
they softened the edges too, you know, on it. So
because it was so rigid on the last one, yeah. If you held it, if you held the corners in your palms, it would get, it wouldn't hurt, but you could feel it definitely.
Yeah. And also IPS displays. So we're going to be looking at best-in-class viewing angles, in-plane switching technology. Another gripe. So they dealt with a whole bunch of problems that were with the original Z1 and Z. So really good to see that they're continuing to iterate, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, we're about to run out of battery.
All right.
So if